Is it Hanging Cup Bangers? It's November the 12th, 2015. I'm Alejandro, and let's talk about cars, yo. Hit it, Pedro! I still don't have the graphics guy. He left after the show. Alright, everyone. I wanted to make a show, let's talk about cars, yo, and I haven't been posting those for a little bit because I was busy with Hyper 5 and Ferrari's Big 5, but I'm back. So what I wanted to do is talk to you guys a little bit about Hyper 5, what it means to me, why I did it, and everything behind it, and make a couple of clarifications as to why no Koenigsegg, why no Veneno, and why no Oldsmobile, like you guys been asking. So first things first, what the hell is Hyper 5, right? If you haven't seen the video, Hyper 5 is a video where I put together the LaFerrari, the P1, the 918, a Pagani Huayra, and a Bugatti Veyron Super Sport against each other. Only the first part was released already, and that's the one that you're able to watch if you're on my channel. Hopefully you've seen it already. So, why did I put Hyper 5 together? Why did I do that? And the answer is really simple. When I was a kid, and this really comes to show you like what dreams really mean to someone. When I was a kid, I remember I was in Mexico and I was watching Top Gear, fucking subtitled with my friend in his laptop, right? And we're watching the episode when Jeremy's looking at the Carrera GT. And you know, he gets under the car and then he weighs, I believe the brakes is what he was weighing, but I'm not entirely sure, I can't remember right now. And I remember just looking at my friend, listening to the car, watching the video and saying, God, can you believe these people get paid to do this? I do that for free. And from there we talked about, you know, someone should do like an Enzo, SLR, Carrera GT thing. Never happened, whatever, not a big deal. So after that, years went by, and now, cut to present day today, I have these cars, I know a bunch of people there, and I said, you know what? I think it's about that time. It's time for me to make a dream come true. Aside, honestly, my life is filled with those, but in the nicest way possible. Nothing means anything to me. Money's not the biggest thing in the world. The freedom that it gives you is what matters. I don't care about having hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank account. All I care about is my family. All I care about is my dogs, which are my family basically, and my fucking turtles. And even the frogs, I'll say that. And the reason why is, as long as I know that I can afford to take care of them for the rest of their lives in my life, that's all that matters. The rest is exactly what I want to talk to you about, which is you get to buy stupid shit with all the money you have, right? But that's not my dream. My dream was just to do shit with that money. Not making all the money in the world for absolutely no reason. I wanted to enjoy it. So, making Hyper 5 was that dream. It was that thing back in the day. It reminded me when I was in Mexico watching the video and saying, God, I want to do that one day. And now, years later, don't ask me why or how I ended up being a movie producer. I originally wanted to be an actor, and clearly no one's paying money to see this thing. So I said, you know what, I really like the business more. Anyways, I've always been business oriented and a business guy. So I hated the waiting, and I ended up making the movies instead of waiting for someone to make the movies. And then that transitioned into making movies for television, and that transitioned into today. I didn't want to make movies anymore. I was ready to retire from that business. And it so happened that, you know, I can put together all these crazy cars just by calling a few friends and use my producing skills to make the greatest video that I could possibly make. I'm not saying the greatest video of all time, I'm just saying the one that I could possibly make. And that's why I did that. To me, this was a dream come true. It was like that little kid, that younger version of myself telling me, wouldn't that be cool? And as an adult myself, I said, yeah, that'd be fucking cool, let's do it. And I did it. That's the reason why I did it. And I'm gonna give you perspective here. It's not that difficult to do. No question about it. But the way we did it is something that you won't see, or I like to think that not a lot of people are gonna take a gamble at it. Number one, insurance. We had to get insurance for all the 5 cars in our driver, right? And if anyone wants to use the same cars on any track, they're better be ready to unleash $150,000 just to cover you for insurance reasons. And on top of that, a $5,000 fee for every day that you're shooting on someone to be on set from the insurance company, making sure you're doing what you said you were doing. So that's one. Number two, I didn't release this on TV. I didn't go through the channels that I always go. I didn't want the show to be about money. I said to myself, I have this amount of money that I can dump, basically lose it, and just spend it on my dream. And that's what I did. And I don't know why I'm like getting ready to cry. And the reason why I did it the way I did it was I didn't want to release it through the proper channels. I didn't want to go to TV. I didn't want to go to see if I can get it in theaters, which is impossible. See if I can get it on iTunes, which I will, the whole version and everything. But that's easy. All I need to do is get an aggregator and he'll upload it to YouTube. I mean, to iTunes and all that stuff. But what I wanted the most was for people to see that. I wanted people to see what I wanted to see when I was a kid. Maybe I should stop talking. And I wanted everyone to enjoy it in the same way as I did. I mean, the moment I finished the show, I called my wife and I said, babe, I'm done. I'm so happy. No car crash. So I don't know anyone. $4 million. We're good. And I almost started crying on the phone, which I'm doing now. This is what this means to me. It's weird. Anyways, I'm done with that. I'm done with my piece here. I just wanted to do that for that reason. And then David Lee came along and said, hey, I want to do the same thing with my Ferraris. I said, dude, are you kidding me? This is a bigger dream come true. So of course we did that. But I didn't do it just to like jerk off and tell, fuck you, Top Gear. I didn't do it to be like, fuck you, Chris Harris. I didn't do it to be, fuck you, anyone. I did it for you guys. I lost a fuckload of money on it. If you just count the advertising money that I'm getting for it, probably about today, it's like $150, if that, around. I'm not supposed to say that, but so I don't care about that. I just wanted to share that with you. And now I'm ready to jump into the other stories, which is what everyone's asking. Why is there not a Koenigsegg? Even though we've talked about this before in other videos. So number one, for those of you who don't know, Koenigsegg's are illegal in the US. No matter how you slice it. Yeah, there's a couple of CCXs and CCXs that were legal, and it was like 8 of them that they allowed in the country. Do you want to see the CCXR competing against these cars? No, I would have gotten the same shit from everyone saying, why is there not an Agera R? And if I would have put an Agera R, why is there not a Agera RS or a 1? Because you can't get them. There's none of them here in the US. You think I didn't want to do that? I tried, of course. I didn't want to call Koenigsegg like I said before. There's no car makers involved in this video, so me calling Koenigsegg and getting their car directly from them would be cheating to everyone else, right? So that's why there's no Koenigsegg. Are they fast? Hell yeah, they're fast. Are they probably going to beat whoever wins in the video? I guess we'll see. But what you don't realize, and this brings me to my second point, we have a track, and we have an amazing professional driver who can lap any car at any point at thermal. I have all the time measuring equipment already set. I mean, we already did this twice with the Ferrari video and then Hyper 5. So it's not a problem. If we get a Koenigsegg, we can put it immediately on the track and measure the times and see how it compares, right? That's the most unbiased way of doing it. And now, this goes into another space, which is, why is there no Lamborghini Veneno in your shoot? And then you people start mentioning a bunch of cars, but the other one that keeps coming out the most after the Koenigsegg is the Veneno. And the reason why there's no Veneno is because the Veneno is not a hypercar. It's a little bit of an insult to these cars to bring that car. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I would die and I would suck a homeless person's guy dick to own one of those. I don't have the paper to afford one of those. But it's not in the same category as these cars. Let me ask you this. You saw what Lamborghini did with the SV, which is goddamn impressive as hell, right? So Lamborghini puts the SV on the Nürburgring and they break a record. And they didn't break a record, but they came really close to second to the 918, right? So you're telling me that this company that made a $4-something million car is saying that that car is faster than the SV, or at least these people are saying that, but the company's not showing that and not putting it on a video? I mean, I saw that video a million times. It was great. But, you know, like everyone else, we're braggers. We want to talk about our accomplishments. And that was a huge accomplishment for them. So if the Veneno was really faster, it'd be faster than the 918. And it would have gotten a better number than the SV. So that's why there's no Veneno. Which brings me up to the point that a friend of mine made just now. He goes, the only hyper thing about the Veneno is it's hyper price and it's hyper body kit, because it's an Aventador SV with a body kit without the double clutch gearbox and the same suspension. But again, I love the Veneno. It's the baddest looking car on earth, in my mind, right? I want to do something different with the Veneno. I don't want to make a video where I compare it and trash it to something else, because it'd be disgusting. The people that paid for this car, I don't know. I just don't want someone doing that to me. I just want to show the Veneno to you guys so that you understand what exactly it is, instead of telling me, why is there no Veneno here? Then you'll understand and you wouldn't be asking me. But anyways, guys, that's my time. I hope I never do this again with you. And I mean the crying part, that was weird. But yeah, if I can summarize this video in anything is, follow your dreams, do whatever your little heart pleases you, and just don't worry about money. Worry about what you can get with it. That's what should really make you strive, okay? So, as always, love you cup bangers. Have a good day. Take care, be safe, and I'm sending you penis points. Take it easy.